See, we are going to create Droplet. Droplet is a service name of cloud server from DigitalOcean. Click on Droplet. First is we have to choose the region where the server located. They have server farms. It's called farms. Server in many countries. The nearest server is convenient, or it makes your server very fast without any delay. See here Bangalore, Sydney, Frankfurt, Amsterdam. Here San Francisco. We can choose Bangalore. That's the nearest place. This server will be very fast. It provide the Koha very service very fast without any delay. So we can choose the nearest server. Next is we have to choose an operating system. See here many operating system available. Ubuntu works with both Koha works with both Ubuntu and Debian. Um, Based on your decision, you can choose either Debian or Ubuntu. Anyway, for beginners, Ubuntu may be comfort. We can choose Ubuntu. Next is the version. Which version of Ubuntu you want to use? See here, the latest 22.04. That's the latest version of Ubuntu. Inside the bracket, see there LTS, long time support. That means this version has long lifetime up to 5 years. Up 5 years, we will get proper updates. Again, 5 year, we will get total 10 years support they will give you for long term purpose. For example, if we want to run install Koha for many years, uh, up to 5 years, we want to run it. So this version has long term support. That's called LTS version. We choose 22.04. Koha works well with 22.04. Then choose the purpose. Based on the purpose, we can choose the type of CPU. General purpose, memory optimized, storage optimized, plan preferred, basic, plan selected basic, otherwise general purpose. See, based on the selection, the price also varies. See here, general basic, click on basic. 4 GB RAM, 120 GB NVMe storage, and 4 TB transfer. For installation of a small instance of Koha, minimum we need 4 GB RAM. If we want to choose 8 GB RAM machine, we have to choose this one. It cost is $48 per month. 160 GB is the storage. See here, storage type is NVMe. That's very fast storage, NVMe SSD, not HDD. Okay. Anyway, I choose this one, 4 GB. Price is $32 per month. Suppose I stop this server after 7 days, they will not charge. I mean, they will count only 7 days charge. This is approximate charge of for 1 month. See regular disk type SSD. See regular SSD here, NVMe SSD here. Okay, I choose this one, regular SSD. Then choose the plan, 4 GB, 4 GB RAM, 8 GB SSD disk, 4 TB data transfer. See here per hour, they will charge $0.36 per hour. Okay, I selected this one. That's a CPU. Suppose you are going to install a website that's need very minimal CPU server. See here 1 GB. That's enough for For example, you are going to host a website, personal website. 1 GB is enough. $6 per month. That's very cheap. I think that you got the idea. First is operating system we have to choose. Second is the CPU. Many plans here based on your purpose and the size of the database and transactions. Choose the CPU. Okay. Then if you want additional storage, default storage is 8 GB. 8 GB is enough for a small instance of Koha. If you want to add extra storage, you can add it based on the storage you consume. They will charge additional amount. Next is authentication method. Two methods available. One is an SSH key method. Second is password method. Password method means same like login a desktop computer. We can create a Linux password. Using that, we can log in and install Koha. Okay. I am going to choose password type. Type the password. We have to note down the password, otherwise we forget it. First, write down the password. At least 8 character length, one uppercase, one number. Okay. This is the password. We are going to create the password to login. We assign a password for Ubuntu operating system. Selected for the cloud server. Okay. Then many other pick and choose services available. Metrics, add improved monitoring and alerting. That's free one. See, worry free managed database. Okay, nothing else. Host name Ubuntu. Tag Koha. Tag means just give a keyword to notify that it's a Koha machine. Once again, choose the operating system. Second, select the CPU type. Then choose the plan, how much RAM you wanted and how much storage you wanted. Then uh, assign a password for your Linux system. SSH key is also available. When we create a key, there is a file will generate. Using that file, we can log in from your PC. This for beginners, this password method is okay. Same like create an account when we install Ubuntu. We create an account. Same like we assign a password. Then click on create droplet. Okay, droplet created. This is the droplet. We have to launch it. Okay, click on it. Wait. Yes, click on this droplets, manage droplets. This is the droplets name, Ubuntu. To log in, see here, access console. Okay, click on droplets. The created droplets available here. Click on more, click on access console. Console means a terminal like tool. Same like in, see here, this is the terminal available with a Linux operating system. We make use this terminal to apply the command. Same like a console will we have to launch droplet console. From using that, we will apply the commands. See once again, after creating the Ubuntu server, click on manage, click on console. Sorry, click on droplets. See the cloud server here, Ubuntu. Click on more, click on access console. Then click on launch droplet console. Um, Not like a physical machine, we get only a terminal, a text oriented interface will be available. No desktop, no launcher available, no such interfaces here, only terminal available. Okay, we can try. See there, root at Ubuntu. You can check the version of the Ubuntu. This is the command lsb underscore release space -a. See here, Ubuntu 22.04 is the Ubuntu installed in the available with the cloud server. Okay, our cloud is ready. We are going to update the cloud. To update the cloud, we are going to apply the command sudo apt update. Sudo means super user do. Uh, we need more administrator access to to perform a command. We need, if we need a administrator access, we have to add sudo as a prefix with the command. See here, sudo space apt. Apt means advanced package tool. That's the name of the package management system available with the Debian and Ubuntu. The role of this apt is that install, uninstall, remove the packages. Packages means applications. See, sudo apt update. Update means this command will check with the software repository of Ubuntu and check whether any new updates available. These repositories are server. It located all countries. For example, in India, 3-4 uh, Ubuntu repositories available. When a new update of the application available, they put it in the server software repository. When we apply sudo apt update, this command check the repository and collect the information regarding any new application, new version available. Okay. Second command is sudo apt upgrade. This command will uh, download the newly added applications or new versions of the packages and install it. Okay, sudo apt upgrade. I'm going to enter. See here, these are the various packages with the new version. These packages will download and install into our cloud server. See here, 241 MB of additional disk space will it consume. It download these packages and install it. Total package size is 139 MB. After that, it deploy in the system. See, it asks the permission. Do you want to continue? Yes. See here, these are the URL or website like address of software repositories. It began to download. After downloading, it unpack the packages and deploy it in the system. For example, uh, suppose we have installed Koha. When we uh, apply sudo apt update, it check with the repository and find that a new version available. It download it. When we apply sudo apt upgrade, they will deploy the new version of Koha. Same like hundreds of packages available. We can upgrade these packages after the installation of Ubuntu operating system. Day by day, new packages available. I mean, new version of packages available. It makes a system new. It says that a new kernel available. Kernel we have learned yesterday. Um, it's a heart of any operating system. Still, Linux kernel maintained by Linus Torvald. They add new features and new functions to the kernel. They also get updates of the kernel. Okay. The update process over. Our Ubuntu operating system up to date now. Then apply the command clear. Clear command will erase the text text in the screen. Okay. Once again, after the installation of Ubuntu, we apply the command sudo space apt update. It will check whether new versions of the installed packages available. See, these commands are case sensitive. See there, notice that sudo space, then apt, then update. If we type like this, sudo apt update, it does not work. Okay, command not found. If we type like this, sudo apt update, it works. Beginners, they think that this case sensitive is not matter, but it's very important. We have to apply the command. It should be case sensitive. Okay. Now type like this, sudo apt update. See, it will not work. Okay, system is ready. We are going to System is ready. We are going to start the installation of Koha. Um, First, we have to open an installation manual. I am using the manual from my blog, kohageek.blogspot.com. At the same time, we can open the official manual of Koha and Ubuntu packages from their wiki pages. And first we have to check any new information available there, any changes is there. Okay, we have to read it very carefully. See here, install Koha on Ubuntu. Okay, these steps we have finished: sudo apt update, sudo apt upgrade. Next is mouse text editor. Text editor does not work with this console. It has no graphical interface. See, next is we are going to add Koha software repository in your server. Software repository means Koha has a separate entity. Its software uh, reside in a server computer. We have to establish a connection from our server to the Koha software repository. Then only we can download and install Koha. For the security purpose, we have to authenticate the server, and Koha server need to know that our server is secured. We have to establish a connection. Okay, first command is this one. We are going to add a k-ring. K-ring means there is a key added to our server, and the Koha server can identify that this is a trusted server. Just to copy it and apply it. Enter. Next command is, see here, this is the Koha repository address. We have to add our server. See, we have here we can mention which version or edition of Koha we need to install. See here, old is stable. We are going to install the previous version of Koha, not latest one. Latest version edition may contain bugs. If we install latest version of Koha for the production purpose, bugs may happen. It disturb our work. So we are going to choose a mature version, that is the previous version. The previous versions of Koha is suitable to install for production purpose. Copy it. This is the line, the lengthy line. This is the repository address. Repository address. and we mention here old stable. If you want to install latest version, stable version, that's latest one. And one more method is available. Old stable means the previous version they will install. You need to, we can lock a particular version. For example, you want to install 22.05, that is um, two versions before. This version released two versions before. Latest one is 23.04. The previous version is 22.11. Uh, the previous version of 22.11 is 22.05. See here. 22.05, 15 updates available. It means it's very mature, and most of the bugs resolved. It's very suitable for production purpose. Again, the previous version 21.11.23, very mature. 23 updates, monthly updates available. So anyway, I choose 22.05. Okay, 22.05. If you want to lock 22.11, we can mention here. We need to check the website and see what are the available versions available. I mean, what are the versions available? The benefit of adding the version lock is that um, it will continue with the locked version. It does not affect a new version available. If we just mention here old stable, when a new version after 6 months, 22.11 become old previous version, it will automatically install. But if we want to continue with this version, we can mention here. Okay. See this line, add to this file. This is a single command. It will add this line into this file. Okay, we will check it. I mentioned here 22.11. Okay, I'm going to copy it, apply here, enter it. See here, this line added to the system. Let's check. We are going to open the file. See this line added here. This is the repository address. Okay, we have added repository information into our server. Next is we are going to update this information. System don't know about we have added this line. We have to apply this command. It will sync sudo apt update. Will add and it will begin to start. Okay, it added to the repository information in our server. Next thing is we have just finished the process of adding Koha software repository information into our cloud server. The next command is we are going to install MariaDB server. MariaDB is a community edition of MySQL database, same like MySQL. Its name is different. We are going to install it. This is the command we have to apply to install MariaDB server. Sudo apt install. We are going to install a new package. Then see here a y hyphen y. It means it does not ask the permission to install it. We know it very well, so it does not ask the confirmation to install it. So we added hyphen y. Then name of the database server, MariaDB server, where our Koha books and other details store. See, it's going to install. Installation is in process. Okay, MariaDB server installation over. It has no physical switch to shut down the cloud server. We have to apply the command. Command to restart the system is sudo init init space 6. That is the command to restart the system. Suppose you want to shut down the system, we have to apply the command sudo init 0. See here, restarted. Sudo init 6 will restart the server. Sudo init 0 will shut down the server. These commands I mentioned in the material I have distributed among you. Okay, MariaDB server we have successfully installed. Next, we are going to apply a root password for MariaDB server. Okay, this is the command sudo mysql admin -u root password. Paste here. Then we have to enter here the password. I am enter here the password MySQL root. That's the master password of MySQL root password. That's administrator password. Sudo space MySQL admin -u root. Root is the username. Password is the MySQL root. You can enter a different password. See, we assign a password for MySQL root, MySQL administrator. Next is we are going to install Koha. Okay, the command is we have added software repository. We have installed MySQL server, I mean MariaDB server. Then we are going to install Koha software sudo apt install Koha common. That's the name of the package, software package of Koha. Sudo apt install Koha -common. That's the name of the software package we are going to install. It takes time because a large amount of files need to download and install. See here, need to get 251 MB of files. After this operation, 1300 MB it will consume from the server. Do you want to continue? Yes. See here, downloading is very fast. The reason is that the server located in Bangalore, so it's very fast. Within few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, the Koha installation will finish. Installation means downloading and deploy the files into the server. See here, Koha common 47 MB is the size. It's downloading is in progress. It will require a lot of other dependency packages. Then only Koha can work. Koha is not a single package. To work well, it need a lot of dependency. For example, MariaDB, Apache, uh, to display records in Malayalam or regional language, it need another package. Zebra search engine has a lot of thousands of packages. Thousands of packages installed along with the Koha software. Depends on the internet speed. It takes a installation time may vary. Here very fast. It will finish soon. See the version 22.11 8 update. Okay. Software packages installation finished. We are going to configure it. Configure it means we need to configure some other things to work to start Koha. We are going to open this file and make some changes. See here, sudo nano. Nano is the text editor. It works only. It works with the server interface. This is the file location. etc koha sites. Enter. The file will open. Mouse will not work here. We have to use up arrow and down arrow to move between the lines. See here, we add a port number for Koha staff client. In Koha has two interface. 8080, that's a port number for Koha staff client. Opaque port number is 80. Okay, same like a door in a house. One port open Koha staff client, other port open Koha opaque online catalog. Okay, we made some changes. We are going to save the editor or file. We have to apply a short code to save the file. See here, Control O, write out. Write out means save the changes. Control O. Okay, press enter. See here, wrote 52 lines. Okay, made changes. Then to exit from the editor, see here, Control X, exit, Control X. We return to the terminal. In the installation manual, I use the editor mousepad. Mousepad already installed in the system. I will show here. Mousepad. It will open here, but this mousepad does not work with the cloud. It works with the desktop or desktop interface. It does not work with the cloud. So we use nano editor. Okay, same like WaitPad in Windows, that is text editor. Okay, we opened this file and added 8080 port. Next is Koha instance creation. We have to apply this command one by one. These commands make some changes in Apache web server. Koha works like a website. It has a web interface. create an website instance in Apache server. We have to apply these commands one by one. This command sudo service apache 2 restart. It restart the Apache web server. We made some changes there. We have to restart it for the smooth running. Apply this command sudo service apache 2 restart. The next command is it will create the database for Koha. Sudo Koha create db. Its name is instance name is library. Nothing. It will create a database. Next, we are going to we add 8080 on the configuration file. We have to point out that we have to add an extra port number into Apache. Apache didn't know about 8080 allocated for Koha staff client. We are going to add this port number into Apache configuration file. Sudo nano paste. This is the file where ports number located in Apache. See, down arrow, listen 8080. Only 80 port was there. We added listen 8080. Then only Koha can works on 8080. Then going to save the file, Control O, enter, Control X to exit from the file. We are going to restart the server. Apply this command. It restarted the Apache server. See, these are some commands to make Apache ready to work with Koha, ready to accept Koha. Okay, apply these commands one by one. Okay, the installation almost over. Set up the library. We are going to restart this service that is called memcached. Memcached, same like an service like Apache. Restart it. Okay, this is ready. We can open Koha. Uh, okay, Koha is ready. We can try to open it. We can open Koha in the web browser. Actually, it installed somewhere else in a remote place. We have to open in our server. First, we have to find the IP address of the server. See here, IP address. This is the IPv4 address. See here. We can see the IP address along with the droplet details. Copy it. Not URL, It's an IP address. Open a tab, paste here 8080. See, Koha web installer opened. This way, we can perform installation in a cloud atmosphere. First, to create an account with the cloud service provider, then create the instance, choose the specification, and start the console and install Koha. See here, we can access by finding the IP address. Enter the IP address, Koha will open. Actually, our installation in somewhere else. We will manage Koha through our browser. We can easily attach a domain name to this IP. Okay. See, next is we have to pre-configure the web installer. Username and password it asks. This is the we have to find the username and password. That's the same username and password of Koha database name and user word. I mean, we have to add here, enter here Koha database name and its password. We have to find it. We can find it from here, this file. We can find the details, copy the file location, etc Koha sites library conf. In a physical machine, we can see the file. I will show here, etc. In my laptop, you can see etc Koha sites library. Sites. See here the folder sites library and kohaconf.xml. This is the file we want to open. Okay. This kind of interface not in the server. We have to apply the command. Okay. We are going to apply the command sudo, then nano, then etc. These spaces, there is a separator / we use etc / koha sites library kohaconf.xml. These things we have to familiarize. Then only we can easily manage these processes. For beginners may feel difficult, but it
Sir,
takes
all these
some
commands
time.
will you share with us, sir? All these commands, please share with us once the this workshop is over. All
Oh,
these
sure, sure.
commands.
The command is in my blog. I will also teach you how to manage these things.
Yeah, because you are picking it up from there, na? So just share it in one file for
Oh,
us to
sure, sure.
pick
Yeah.
it up. Thank you.
See, we have to find it. See, here user koha_library. Password is, this is a special password we can find here. Copy it. We can change this password later. This is the username. This is the password. That is the same MySQL database username and password. Here under Koha_library. Then paste the password. Then login. Okay. Okay, the web installation installer starts. We have to um, step by step pre-configure the Koha settings. First, it asks choose your language. Here, English. Second is check Perl modules. Any dependencies is missing. Here, everything complete. Click on continue. If anything missing to install, it says that these things are missing. Next is database settings. Uh, Database name is Koha_library. This is the port number. Database user is Koha_library. Click on continue. Then database settings, connection established. Database connection established, everything okay. Database works well. Click on continue. Then database settings okay. Next to the next step, set up database. Create database. Again, click on continue the next step. Okay. Click. It asks select a mark flavor. Click on two options here. One is Mark 21, other is Unimark. Choose Mark 21. Mark 21 is popular among Indian libraries. Unimark popular in France and other European countries. Anyway, Mark 21, choose it, continue. Okay, next is uh, we have to select some parameters like mark standard authority type, mark 21 default framework data sheet, then matching rule when we import uh, book details in mark format, if any duplicate found uh, available, in which parameter used to avoid duplication. Suppose same ISBN number is there, the it will skip the similar book details with the ISBN. Next is some sample mark framework. It's necessary. Then fast add a framework, that is also necessary. That's are the various data sheet for enter the book details. Next is other sample data like credit types used, debit types used. It adds some sample databases and templates. For example, sample notices. That's very useful. We can change it later. Anyway, some sample values are very useful. Some CSV profile like when if you want to import pattern details, some sample CSV profiles they will create. This is very important. Some basic default authorized values for library location, item or status. For example, missing, uh, withdrawn. These status will sample status will generate. No need to create again. Then code C39.50 mark code list currencies, sample currencies, show barcode, pattern attribute. These things we can leave sample pattern type. Otherwise, we can check it. Student, patron, teacher, staff, board, sample label. This is useful for creating labels. I mean, spine label, barcode label, default item types. This is also useful. Some popular The item types they will add it, books, reference, periodicals, they will add. Some sample libraries, this is not required. Sample libraries. We are going to create libraries fresh. Sample news items, that's required. Sample codes. Codes we can randomly, we can display on the opaque. Then some sample libraries to download book details using C39.50. We can add sample libraries like Library of Congress, some National Library of France, Columbia University. We can establish connection with these libraries and download book details. These sample items will import into Koha. That's very necessary for working with Koha. Okay, then continue. Okay, next is we are going to create a library. For example, MGUL, Mahatma Gandhi University Library. That's a code, a short form of Mahatma Gandhi University Library. It's ideal to give code in 3 or 4 capital letters, short name of the code. Then enter full form of the library, description of the library. Okay, branch created. Then administrator. We are going to create a staff user. Using that username and password, we will log in into Koha. Only initial login we use database username and password. So we are going to create, enter the staff patron. He is the super user. Then choose the library, patron category, then username. Here, password must contain at least 8 characters. Uppercase, lowercase required. Then submit. Then circulation rule, how to create. Create a speed sample rule. Okay, just to create for a namesake. Submit. Okay, the web installation, I mean web installer process finished. Click on start using Koha. Username, librarian, password, login. Okay, we logged in into Koha. See here, click on about Koha. We can check which version we have installed. 22.11.08. That's a monthly update. Linux Ubuntu kernel version. Then MySQL version for MariaDB 22. MariaDB version 10.6. Apache 2.4. Zebra 2.3. If any error happens, it will mentioned in system information page. And some warning is here. XML configuration file, you are missing the encryption key. Okay, we can add the encryption key. Check pwd gen 32. This is the key. You have to find that line, add the key. See here. Otherwise, it shows some error. This is the key. Okay, how to generate a key? Open a terminal, type this one, pwdgen32. Many keys will create. Copy the key and add here and save it. Okay. Now the warning will disappear. We need to know these things. So we have to follow forums to know about the latest updates and things. See here, the encryption key warning disappeared. Anyway, we can take a break. We reassemble here 8:20, 10 minutes break. Okay. Um, they give very minute details of the installation manual. I mean installation process. This is good for beginners, but I have digested these things and combined many things together and simplified many things. So it's very short. Just to copy, paste, apply the commands one by one, it will work. That's the difference. Otherwise, everything is same. Okay, we seen how to install um, Koha on a cloud atmosphere. We are going to learn some basics of Linux. That's very necessary. Otherwise, very difficult to deal with Koha. See, in the laptop, I have installed Debian 12. Debian 12. Anyway, we can use both Ubuntu and Debian for Koha installation. See, both Ubuntu and Debian more or less same. Its architecture base is same. See here in the desktop, we can see an launcher. I mean application launcher. Here we can see many graph categories. Then I am using the desktop Genome Flashback. Genome, that's a very minimal desktop of Genome, not much beautification. So it's very fast. this is very good for laptop. So this is genome flashback. See, when we download, if we want to use Debian, okay, to download first download the ISO file, Debian 12 download. That is the um, latest version. Every 2 year, Debian release a major version. See here, official CD images of the stable release. Different kinds of images here. DVD image, it is convenient. Choose the version AMD 64. AMD 64. AMD 64 means the 64 architecture of the computer, suitable for the 64 architecture of the computer. Uh, AMD means AMD company first introduced 64 architecture. Earlier, 32 architecture was available. Now, 64 architecture handle more data transfer. It makes the system, uh, it will churn out more data, so it makes the system more fast. That's a different feature of processor that is suitable for AMD 64. Okay, see here, this is the Debian ISO file. 3.7 GB is the size. Download it and you can burn it on a pen drive. Otherwise, you can write it on a DVD. Uh, we can put the DVD or pen drive into the system and start. While installation, it contains 4 or 5 desktop: genome flashback, cinnamon, xfce, lxqt. Desktop will be there. We can choose one. Okay, based on the selection, it will install. Suppose your system is very low profile and not much fast, you can choose a lightweight desktop, lx xfce or lxde. Okay. Debian is very minimal. It's faster than Ubuntu. Okay, suppose you install Ubuntu or Debian on your ordinary desktop computer. After the installation, desktop will visible. See, this is the terminal. Terminal very helpful for apply the command. We can find the terminals from application launcher, accessories, either here, otherwise system tools terminal. Okay, it will open. We can apply the command. For example, you want to update the system, sudo apt update. It asks the password. Uh, this is the password we create at the time of installation. When we type the password, nothing will show there. If we type password in the Windows, we can see the star. Here, nothing will seen. Just type it and enter. Okay, then sudo apt upgrade. These two commands will update your system new. Sudo apt upgrade. See the message. Apply this command to remove some unwanted packages in the system. Sudo apt auto remove. After the installation, we have to apply these two commands. One is sudo apt update. It will update package information. If any new package available, it will collect information. Sudo apt upgrade. It will download and install the newly arrived packages. Okay. See, these commands are case sensitive. We have to apply, we have to strictly follow its syntax. Suppose it's a small case, we have to strictly give the small case and appropriate space between each syntax components of the command. For example, sudo space apt update. thousands of commands here. Anyway, no need to by heart all these commands. Suppose we want to know the version of Ubuntu or Debian, we can make a search in Google, Linux Debian command to know Debian version. Just make a search in Google, you will get the command. Copy it and apply it on the terminal. If we use the command frequently, we will by heart it. No need to by heart it. Frequently used commands will be by heart, automatically by heart. LSB underscore release hyphen A, that's the version number. Then many commands available, free hyphen M. It will show how much RAM it consume. See here, free hyphen M. Memory total size is 8 GB, total 7703, used 5 GB. This is the available free memory available. Suppose memory is sufficient. My laptop earlier I have 4 GB memory. I have added 4 GB memory from Amazon, about 700 rupees, and added one more memory 4 GB. Total 8 GB memory available. It improve the system performance. Same like if you want to install an existing PC in your library, want to install Koha, but latest version of Koha need more storage RAM. You can buy another 4 GB and add it to the existing system. Okay. And many commands available. Then you want to see the processor type available with the system. We can identify which processor in this PC. LS CPU. LS CPU. It show which processor and other system information it will show. Architecture type, CPU mode 64-bit, then processor Intel, Intel Core i3. This is the model name. 2 gigahertz. That's a clock speed. Okay, very low profile processor suitable for laptop. Intel Core i3, 2 gigahertz is the clock speed. Okay, this many commands available. Suppose you want to see the time and date. No, date. Show the today's time and date. First, we have to familiar with these commands, familiar with apply commands through terminal. Next is we will see the architecture of the Linux desktop or file file structure of Linux. See here, this is the file manager, same like my computer in Windows. Click on it, it will open. This is the home folder of the user. When we install Debian or Ubuntu or any other Linux, first we have to create a user account. We enter username and password. See, it create a home folder. See here, this is a storage. This is a file structure. Here is a folder with the name home available. Home inside Vimal. Okay, inside this is the username Vimal, a folder created for his home. Inside this folder, my files are stored. When I open this file manager, I see the home space, home place where we can see folder and the files I have created. Then this is the place where user generated files and folders we can keep here. Okay, again go to uh, root of the file. These are the folders, system folders here. System folders means when we install Linux, system files uh, copy into these folders. This is very necessary to run the operating system. I will introduce you the purpose of each folders. See here boot. Boot means inside this folder we can see many configuration files which when system start it lead to the operating system. There is a program which help to open an operating system. The program is called grub. Actually, the grub files reside in boot folder. Programs and files help to open the system and land on operating system. That's called grub. It resides in boot folder. Suppose you have Windows and Ubuntu in the same system. When we open the system, it will list out the existing operating systems like Windows first, Ubuntu second. We can choose any operating system and enter into the desired operating system. That program name is grep. Configuration files inside this boot folder. Then etc means inside this folder configuration files of various programs, I mean various application uh, software available. For example, if we install Koha's configuration files reside in etc folder. etc in alphabetical order we can check Koha. Okay, see etc Koha. See, this is the syntax, I mean location. This is root etc and forward slash separator, then Koha. See, this is the configuration files of Koha. We opened this file, Koha common, there it is, Koha sites conf. Many configuration files we can see, Koha sites related files here we can see. See, okay, whatever may be the programs we install, the all configuration files reside in etc folder. This is the root folder, okay, where we can see the root structure of Linux. Next is bin. Bin means binary files. Binary files means exe is a binary file. Double click on it, it will work. Same like installed application software binary files reside in bin folder. Next is OPT. OPT means um, Ubuntu has their own software repository. All most of the applications reside in that repository. When we install a new software, we apply the command. For example, sudo apt install gimp. Gimp is a graphical editor. It will install directly from the software repository of Ubuntu, and Ubuntu knows that this is from the official repository, trusted application. And some other programs outside their software repository. For example, Google Chrome. Google Chrome is a proprietary software. It download from many ways we can install it from the another support third party repository. So these things store in OPT folder. Okay, these are the files associated with the Google Chrome. Suppose we install any desk software, it also store in the OPT folder. Next is var. Var means variable files. For example, log files, log folder and files inside var folder, variable file. What's the purpose of log file? Uh, Whatever may be a lot of processes going on inside Linux. For example, MySQL running, Koha running. Then suppose your DSpace is also there, it also running. Apache is running. Whatever the programs or processes going on, these things are recorded. These activities are recorded. If anything wrong happens, it also record what wrong happens, where it happened. Such log entries, such itinerary like entries stored in log folder. See here, log. For example, if Apache log files reside here, for example, Koha error log, suppose an error happens, we have to visit here Koha folder, var log Koha, and check what happened. For example, here some message, error message showed in the screen. We can check here internet error. Open with the mouse pad. See here, these are the recorded actions with the Koha. See here, date, time here. This is the last entry. August, not August, August 17 today, 22. Okay. If any error happens, we can read here, and we can find that the cause of the error, and we can fix it easily. See here, dbd mysql execute failed. See the entries here. If we go, if any error we see, check the log file and find the, and we can easily fix the problem, and we can find the reason. One more, boot log, anydesk trace. Okay. Okay, these are the this is the architecture of Linux operating system. This is different from Windows. In Windows, every software, suppose we install in a software, it reside in C program files. Here, many places, same applications, folders and files distributed. Then next is how to install a new program into Ubuntu or Debian. There is a separate command. See, suppose we want to install Jimb software. Many ways we can install a new software. One is using a command. Other way we have software galleries there. Same like Play Store in Android phone. See here, every desktop has their own software repository or showcasing feature or gallery feature, application software. They will arrange the software list based on the category. For example, if you want to install uh, VLC player, see category here. For example, we want to install. Okay, this PDF viewer, it already installed. Okay, Photos. Photos is an application. It will load. We can just, if you press it, it will install. It's a graphical interface. Click on install. It asks the password. It will install. Same like install application apps in Android phone. For beginners, this is okay. For advanced users, they will, okay, it created. That's appear in graphics, photos. Second method is apply the command sudo apt install VLC. Suppose I want to install video player VLC. Apply the command sudo apt install VLC. We want to know the name of the application. It will install. Directly install from the software repository. These are the app files to download and install. It has the permission. Okay, after installation, it appear on sound and video VLC media player. Suppose you want to remove, uninstall VLC player, sudo apt remove VLC. Okay, sudo apt remove means uninstall, remove VLC. Okay, give the permission Y, yes, it will remove it. Okay, it disappeared. This way we can install and remove applications. Uh, Actually, this command based on apt advanced package management tool. This is part of Ubuntu and Debian. And one more package, some platform independent package management system available. Many such system available. Than one such popular one is Snap Flatpak. What's the difference between uh, apt and these platform independent application management system? uh, Actually, this apt system works only with Ubuntu and Debian, but Red Hat has their own application management system, RPM. We cannot install RPM files into Debian. We cannot install apt. We cannot apply apt system into in Red Hat. It does not work each other. But we need a platform, cross-platform application management system. We have to use any systems like a Flatpak or Snap. We can install. It works with any operating system. I will show you. See here, this is the website Snapcraft. This is an initiative of Ubuntu. The main advantage is that it's platform independent. We can install it on any Linux. Suppose we want to install Sotiro reference management software in your Ubuntu or Debian. It's possible. See, first search for Sotiro. The site is Snapcraft. List out there what are the applications available with the Snapcraft. That's a application management platform. Okay, see, Sotiro is available. Here, it also we have to apply a command to install it. Here is the version, latest version, 6 point something. Click on install. First, we have to install this. First, we have to enable this Snap base on Debian. Just make a search in Google. Install Snap in Debian. Install Snap on Debian. See, this is the command snapd. It will install the base. After that, we can start to install application from snapd platform. Okay, sudo apt install snapd. It will enable snap a Snap application will enable. Install this feature snapd. After that, we can uh, install any applications from snapd platform. For example, we are going to install Zotero. Otherwise, installation of Zotero from source code is very difficult. From snap, it's very easy. Sudo snap install Zotero snap. Otherwise, same like apt sudo apt install, same like it will work. Okay, snap is available. I am going to apply this command sudo snap install Zotero snap. Zotero is not available with the Ubuntu repository, so we use Snap platform for install Zotero in our system. It's platform independent. We can install it on Red Hat or Ubuntu or Debian, whatever may be the Linux. See it download and install the Zotero packages. The same thing mentioned in the book I have shared with you, that is in Ubuntu Linux book and Koha book. After the installation, see Zotero will appear on Office category. Okay, let it works. Um, I think it takes time. And one more thing we have to familiar. Uh, See here, we can see the catalog, software catalog. How to open a file in Linux. How to open a system file in Linux. See, in normal case, in Windows, we can open a file and make changes, but in Linux, it does not possible. Its security is very tight. We need necessary permission to open a file and make changes. Here I will show you an example. I want to edit a file in boot folder. Okay, grab. This is the grab configuration file. I want to make changes in that, but it's locked file. I have no permission. If I try to open it, it says that it does not open. Okay, how to open and make changes? This is the file location. See here, root. Root means everything here. If I open boot, see, it's boot, then grep inside. Then how to open a particular file? First, we have to enter sudo. Sudo means we need permission to open the file. Then, which notepad we have to use to open the file? Sudo mousepad. Mousepad is a notepad. See here, accessories, mousepad. Same like I've added text editor in Windows. Okay, using this editor, we are going to open the file. Then location of the file, boot, then grep.conf cfg. We can autofill the name first forward slash root, then press on tab button, it autofill separator forward slash grep, then grep.cfg. Okay, enter it. It will open in a text editor. We can make changes. Don't make any changes. We are sure that how to change it. You can try to change it. Then I am going to open one more file, sudo mousepad etc default grep. I want to make changes on a grep file. I want to reduce the timeout. When we open the system, the grep screen will show 5 seconds. I can change the that delay 3 seconds. Then make changes, file, save. This way we can edit configuration files. Once again, first to find the location of the file, see here root file etc the grep file etc default grep. etc default, see default grep. This is the file. If I make the changes, simply make the changes and try to save, it says that we cannot save it because I have no permission. I just simply open the file and try to save. It does not permit it. Then first, as a beginner, we are not familiar with the location. Okay, first use the file manager to enter the particular location, etc default grep. To know the location, just press a short code Control L, the address here. Okay, just to copy it, apply in the terminal sudo mousepad, paste the location, copy. And this way we can open a system file. Otherwise, system will not allow to open and make changes. Anyway, you try just go through the manual I have shared with you. I think uh, after learning, after watching this class, I mean, if you go through the manual, you will get some idea and try it on your PC. Suppose you have no Linux, you can try to install Linux on your desktop or laptop, and uh, be careful. Don't erase your, when we try to install Ubuntu or Debian, don't try to erase your existing storage. Anyway, today class we can conclude. Today we learned how to select a cloud server, then how to select spec of the different kinds of server with the different storage type, different RAM size, different storage types like SSD, NVD. It's possible. Then open terminal and we installed Koha, and Koha official manual, and we can follow as a prime reference. And other we can also follow other simple installation manuals in many blogs. And we have to familiar with Linux desktop, then only we can successfully use it. And we have to familiar with how to apply commands through terminal. Anyways, these commands mentioned in the manual, you can just try it and tomorrow tell the experience. Um, within, if you are curious, you can easily manage these things. Within 1 month, you can familiar with these syntax, terminal, and applying commands. You can easily manage installation and other things. Any
Sir,
doubts?
can you send the today's recorded video? I was
Uh,
half an hour late at the
yeah, yeah.
beginning.
Actually, it recording with Rafiq sir. Please contact with him. I will share the manual once
How can
again.
we
Okay.
contact him, sir? Uh,
Um, Rafiq sir, he is the coordinator of this program. He's in the group.
Yes.
how to contact Rafiq?
I will provide you. Don't worry, I will provide you all videos.
Hmm.
I will provide all videos. Don't
Sir,
worry.
installation commands which I have said, sir, if you can just make it a brief thing, because you've picked and collected from different places, right? So
Yeah.
if you can
Anyway,
just make a
first use the official installation manual from Koha Wiki. To get it, just type it in Google, Koha on Ubuntu. Okay, and search. You will get this page, Koha on Ubuntu. Click on it. You will land on the wiki page. You need more simplified manual.
yeah,
I have prepared one,
yes,
kohageek.kohablogspot.com.
simplified, and sir, not just picking up from various places at one place if it is all
Yes,
there.
yes, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
click on it. You can find it with a less minimal description and commands I have so listed here.
So these are step by step, the way you have entered it in the thing, same thing, right?
Yes, yes. Anyway, first we have to add the repository information of Koha. Second, we have to install MariaDB server. Third, we have to install Koha program. Then we have to configure Apache sites. These are the steps.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Sir, can you get the recorded videos today itself so we can simultaneously practice on our PC?
Actually, sir, we can't provide that today. Na? We will provide after the completion of this workshop. Actually,
All
होता क्या
right.
है ना? Problem is here. If लोग आते नहीं है ना, the people is not attend the program. वो depend on the videos. After the completing this workshop, we will provide you all videos.
Yes, sir. After completion, you provide all the videos. That's not an issue. Yeah. That's okay.
Actually, the problem is
People then don't come, sir. After attending 2-3 sessions, that
actually
I understand.
our
Yeah,
motto
yeah,
to provide the live training, not a video. If you want to see the video, you can go the YouTube and other sources, and you can watch there. But the live training is most important. You can ask the question, you can clear your doubt from here.
Yes, sir. But then in the end, please kindly provide all the complete videos for all the
Yes.
days, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Or any question?
Yeah. For
No, sir,
example,
training is going well,
if you
sir.
want
Training
to
is going well,
familiar,
sir. We are
yeah,
learning.
if you want to familiar with the steps of Ubuntu installation, you can many videos available on YouTube. You can just watch it, then be confident, then try to install in your PC. Uh, okay, for example, if you want to install Debian 12 on on your PC, just search install Debian 12. Suppose you have Windows, install Debian 12 along with Windows. Search for install Debian 12 dual boot. Many videos there.
So you will even discuss the things which got stuck in from your experience, wherever troubleshooting happened and all those things. So
Pardon?
managing. So,
Ah,
while your experience, you must have done some troubleshooting, something on Koha,
okay.
something which is there, but it happens when you are working. So So all those, will you be able to discuss that and give us the tips on that?
Actually, I learned this Linux installation in 2005, while my dissertation, MLSC dissertation. But at that time, I faced some problem. I mean, I don't know, nobody there to help me. But anyway, I checked the internet and I learned the steps, and I apply the steps in my university lab. First time I failed. Anyway, trial and error method. But one, two, three times I tried, but I succeeded. That trial and method is good. But
No,
anyway, these things are very new. I mean, may feel very strange to beginners, but gradually you will be familiar with. So you need only
and
curiosity.
and
Yeah.
they're saying that Ubuntu latest version has got lots of bugs in it. So if
Ubuntu,
that is
uh-huh.
there, so we should not be installing the Ubuntu latest version, right?
No, Ubuntu, we have to choose Ubuntu 22.04 LTS. That's the version we have to choose. Ubuntu has some interim editions. For example, Ubuntu, every 10 months, they release a new version. Every 2 years, they release a stable version. Stable version has an LTS, 22.04 LTS. Then next stable version they release on after 2 year means 24.04. 24.04. Don't use the interim edition. For example, 22.10. It has a only 9 months life. Don't use it for your production purpose. Use only Ubuntu. See here, X Ubuntu
22.4.
22.4
Okay.
LTS.
LTS.
Long term support version.
Okay.
That's very stable.
Okay. So this will not have bugs. This will not have bugs because one of the
Um,
versions which is latest
Actually,
has
every
bugs.
no software is perfect, but if anything, any bug I mean, it appear, they will release an update and fix it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
for actually 24.04 works they started, and 1 or 2 years back they started, and when it release almost bug free. If any bug arrive, they will fix it soon. They will release a new update and it will fix it.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Yes, anyone? Anyone? Any questions here? Okay. I think the
Okay, see you
conclusion is
tomorrow.
see you tomorrow. Okay.
So thank you, sir. See you tomorrow then.
Yeah.